Good day, everybody. Good morning. I hope everybody has a safe, wonderful, blessed day. I hope nobody has the worries that we are going through here in New York. Open season on Jews. Jews left and right are getting assaulted. Since last week, since Hanukkah, it became an everyday thing 2 or 3 times a day. Everyday thing. It went from once a month to once a week, and now it's an everyday thing. And you know what? We got to thank the New York government for this one. Wait, check this out. Now, if you commit a crime with the new bail release form, let's just go over what's going on with this new bail reform that these idiots in the government made, that did, like the Wild Wild West out here. It's becoming a lawless state. There's no law here anymore. I interviewed many cops. They wouldn't go on camera, but they had very, very, very dear concerns about what's going on. Even though they have their very dear concerns, you know, they're still willing to do their job, and I thank you, police officers, for that. I thank you for the cops that are standing up and doing their duty, unlike the government that's doing their job. You guys need a lot of support. But here we go. This is the New York governor's New Year's gift. Here you go. You ready? You ready for this one? As of January 1st, 2020, a defendant must be released from custody without bail for the following crimes. Manslaughter in the second degree. Everybody, you know what manslaughter is? It means the person got killed. Aggravated vehicular homicide. They're giving a list to the criminals of what they can actually do and go home the same day. This is the list. This is the list telling them it's okay. You can kill somebody, you can hit people with cars, and you will go home right away. And we will give you Mets tickets, and an unlimited Metro card, and a beautiful gift bag, probably with the Rikers Island toothbrushes and the toothpaste in their little green cup, so you can go back for change after. But still, look at this stuff. Let's keep going down the list. Criminally negligent homicide. So during a crime, when you're committing a robbery or something, and you so happen to kill the person that you're attacking, you will go home. Hey! This is what's going on, people. Is this normal? Assault in the third degree, you will go home. Aggravated vehicular assault, you will go home. Making terrorist threats, you will go home. Criminal possession of a gun on school grounds, criminal possession of a firearm, you will go home. You will go home. Crazy people. Crazy. Crazy. Criminal sale of a firearm to a minor, you will go home. Arson in the third degree and fourth degree, you will go home. Money laundering in support of terrorism in the third and fourth degree, you will go home. Promoting or possessing an obscene sex, pedophiles are going home. It's like, this is the mentality. This is the mentality of the government. Everything that they want this city to turn to, everything that, and all the crimes that they're looking forward to are listed right here on this bill reform. On this bail reform. It's like saying, you guys can do all this, and you will go home. You will go home and wait till your next court date, which sometimes could take up to a year. The criminal court system, it starts in criminal court. If they feel that the charges are felonious, then they will send you to Supreme Court. I've been through the system many times, people. My first case was attempted murder, burglary and robbery when I was 18 years old. It got dropped down to a Class E attempted assault felony. I almost killed the guy. He got revived and brought back to life. He was bandaged up from head to toe, but he was a child molester. So I got off easy, thank God, because they weren't willing to testify and press charges because of the story. But the fact is that the crime got lowered to nothing. So now manslaughter could probably get lowered to a misdemeanor. And you're not going to get no time. Because if you're going home without bail for killing somebody, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The cops are worried about this law. It's going to make their jobs 100 times harder. This is not helping anybody, and it's a lawless state that we're going to be in right now. It's just like, hey, open season, fellas. cause ruckus in New York. And you know what this is all going to lead to? Where government is going to want to take control. Where our freedoms are going to be lost. This is like the whole plan, the whole maneuver to move into it. You guys might think it's a conspiracy theory, but if you take a look and think of what's going on and see this bail reform, what else explains it? Because there's going to be needing for government control. Or let's just blame Trump for all the insanity going on in New York. Or let's just blame our problems on all the Jews in the world for all this nonsense, for all this mishigas. People, we're in a crisis right now in New York. We're in a crisis right now in Crown Heights. But we're going to stand strong and we're going to fight back. We're going to bring the community together. I'm starting a group. I have a lot of people behind us, but we need a lot more help. We need support. We need funding. We're going to make Crown Heights safe again. Make Crown Heights safe again as one community, not just the Jewish community, because I spoke with many black people who have a big influence in the neighborhood. And they don't want a race war, they don't want a riot, they don't want to make it seem like they're the ones causing it. It's people coming in from outside of the area. It's people being intentionally, I heard people saying that they seen people coming to the corners of Utica Avenue, teaching people and telling them and enticing them to go attack Jews. It's nuts. It's nuts, and right now, we need your help more than ever. I'm not a Shmirim group, I'm not a Shomrim group. We're a group that's going to bring the whole entire Crown Heights together. We're going to be training people how to defend themselves. We're going to be handing out pepper sprays to women and training them how to use it. We're going to be having people walking around patrolling the areas where not too many people are around. The outskirts of Crown Heights. We're going to have the whole community involved in this. I'm asking people for your support to help support our needs and what we're doing to defend our community and to save our community right now. With all these new reformed bail laws, it's just going to cause more havoc. And we truly, truly need your help. We want to build centers where we bring communities together, where blacks and Jews and whatever color, whatever race you are, whatever religion you are, will all be together in these communities. Where we're going to start taking kids off the streets and bringing them in to these programs where they can help, where they can learn something, where they can learn a trade, where they can learn a skill, where they can learn, where they can play sports, where they can read, where they can get more prosperous in life, where they can learn, where they can get better, instead of being put down and saying they're nothing but low-level losers. It's not like that. A lot of these attacks, some of the attacks in Crown Heights are by little punk kids that are bored, and I understand that. And because they have nothing to do with themselves, so they think it's fun to pick on people. They're bullies. But it's time to gather in all these people. It's time to gather in everybody and all of us. Teach your children. Teach your children manners, respect, morals. Stop teaching hate. You got people preaching hate. Hate left and right, anti-Semitic slander. Jews are the synagogue of Satan, and Jews are slave traders, and Jews own buildings. This is coming out of negative people's mouth. Do not listen to these people. Do not listen to hate. If anybody speaks hateful about any race or religion, stop listening to these people. Stop feeding yourself negative knowledge, negative influence. Enough is enough. Stop teaching it in your churches. Stop teaching it in your mosques. Stop teaching it to your kids in the streets. It's not helpful. It's not helping anybody. People want to praise to God and say how godly they are and saying how their group believes in this and that. God believes in peace and love. Where are you people? What are you guys turning into? So it just really shows the true face of evil. It's not gangster to run up behind old people and hit them in the back of the head. It's not. It's not. It's not gangster to pick on little children and slap up 6 and 7-year-olds. It's not gangster. It's not gangster to attack defenseless people. It's not gangster. I ask everybody, again, please. We're trying to do something good for the community and bring the whole community together. And I ask for your support. I didn't ask to start this group. I didn't start Make Crown Heights again. Make Crown Heights safe again. I didn't start it. I got pushed into it. Somebody started a group for me, and they said, this is for you. We need your help. And I stepped in because I care. I care for the Jewish community, and I care for everybody else in the community, because it's our community, it's one community. Somebody one time went up to the Rebbe and told him, what are we going to do about the two communities? Which means the Jewish and the black community. You know the Rebbe's response? It's one community. One community. We're all together. We're all together, and I hope this spreads out with what we're trying to do here with Make Crown Heights Safe Again group. What we're trying to do here, I hope it spreads out everywhere. Make the world safe again. Make the world peaceful again. Make the world a place for God to dwell in. Everybody, please click the link, the GoFundMe link I'm going to put on this post. If you can't donate, share it. So show your support in some type of way. Show your support in some type of way. We need the help. We need the help more than ever. And for the people out there, that are committing these assaults, that are committing these crimes, you're not going to get off that easy. Because if the government ain't going to do it, people are going to take care of it. Trust and believe. Because if we know you're going to be let out in the streets after an hour for committing a crime, you're going to feel some burden for it. It's a fact. It's a fact, because enough is enough. It's time for people to stop being scared. And it's time for people to stand up for themselves. I ask the Jewish communities, all the Jewish leaders, to start standing up and teaching your community how to defend themselves. This is what our program that we started to do is more about. It's more about. I'm not here to police. We're not here to police. We're here to teach people to get their chutzpah back. It's time. It's time for action. It's time for action, because the government, they're not doing anything about it. They turned back on the police as well. The police are having a hard time, because as soon as they arrest somebody, they're going to be like, man, it's like nothing. So if they see an assault in the streets, they're not going to do anything, because they're going to be like, man, he's only going to be out in an hour, and he's going to be given a gift. So I ask again, it's time for the community to take a stand as a whole. Crown Heights come together as a whole. Everybody have a blessed, safe day, and please, urgently, I ask for your support for the community. Urgently. Thank you.